the hell? Hello, Rachel from the future. This is me here from the past. I just want to remind you about the excitement you felt when you received Emily and Jordan's wedding invitation in the post. You got it today, and honestly, you were just ecstatic. You were like, yes! Surprise! 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 Yes, 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 yes! Honestly, you were so excited. So I just hope, like, by now, obviously, you've thought of something to get them for their wedding present, because that is the next thing, the next step to do. So, yeah, wedding present. You just got to get the wedding present. Wedding present. The wedding present. Oh, I've got an idea. Emily Campbell and Jordan Curtis were always destined to meet, and in September 2007, that finally happened when they both started at Corpus Christi High School. And aren't we all glad they did? I can remember it well, and in fact, I can still picture the early days of their break and lunchtime relationship. Right here. But I want to see what everyone else remembers, and how they feel about Emily and Jordan finally getting married.
So I met Emily when we were in primary school, so at the age of 4, and then met Jordan a little bit later on when we were about, like 11 maybe. There was like a little slope of like grass at Corbus, and we also used to sit there, and then suddenly he just appeared and was part of the group. They're just a great couple, and I love them dearly, and they're both individually amazing, and so it's nice to see them come together as well and be great as a couple. Just carry on being amazing. Like they work so well. Like there's like no jokes to be made. Like they are just amazing as a couple. Just mind blowing. They're just a great couple.
Just mind blowing.
Just mind blowing. How'd you do it, guys?
I first met Jordan back in primary school in reception. It was our first day of school, and we were in Mrs. Sutton's class, and they had a little dinosaur set out in front, and our parents took us in, and I started playing with the dinosaur set, and then Jordan came over. He started playing with the dinosaur set. And then I didn't speak to him for about 7 years. I think I first met Emily probably sometime back in year 7, but I can't remember our first sort of conversation or anything. Yeah, back in year 9, I think we were in a few classes together. It was quite big news back then, and they've gone on to be quite a power couple since. Yeah, really looking forward to it. I'm sure it'll be a great day, and looking forward to celebrating with all, friends and family.
So your family?
Oh yeah, they'll all be there. All the Fidelis, yeah.
Do you have any advice for Emily and Jordan?
No.
Wow. Met Emily in reception when we were 4. Be honest, don't remember it. Me, her and Michaela Amelia were best buds in the infants. We used to, I remember Emily having an invisible friend, and me and Michaela thinking she was a bit weird, but we stuck with her. I actually didn't meet Jordan until he started dating Emily. Before that, I literally don't think I'd ever heard of him before. Didn't know he existed until he started dating Emily. I remember Emily, we were in the same reg, and she came in one day and was like, guys, got some news. I asked out Jordan Curtis last night, and I remember saying, why? Who is he? And then the rest was history. But yeah, then I met Jordan, and he was all right. When they first started dating, wasn't sure because I didn't know Jordan, and it seemed quite random, but he's grown on me. And now they're just so suited. You literally couldn't pick a more perfect suited couple. They've grown up together, uni together. Yeah, you just think of them as the perfect little couple. I'm absolutely buzzing for the wedding. It's the highlight of my year. Sorry, Caleb.
I've known Emily since year 7. We were both in the same year group in school, and Jordan was in my form group, so that's how I knew them both. I introduced Emily and Jordan. I'm going to take that claim for that. This wedding is why. No, I am the reason this wedding is happening. some chav that we think was named Ryan poured crisps over either mine or Emily's head and stole our Kerrang magazine. And Jordan was the one to get it back and came back to us and asked us if we were okay. And Emily went, "Who's that?" And I was like, "Oh, that's Jordan. He's from my form." And that's as far as I'm aware how they met. Me, Emily and Jordan used to go on days out. We'd go to the park and I'd be there and we'd hang out together, and then I would leave and they'd be there as a couple. But Emily and Jordan never, ever made me feel like a third wheel. In reality, we're a throuple. We are a throuple. But I consider Emily and Jordan my parents, if anything.
I must have met Emily probably first day of school. Not primary school, secondary school. Can't remember, but I'm sure it was good. Jordan, who knows? Honestly, it's probably around the same time. But not that I like Jordan any less. Yeah, it wasn't long after me and Emily split up, actually. Just very pleased with them. Both. Emily, come back. don't put that in. I was thrilled. I remember getting that WhatsApp message very well. Absolutely buzzing. I cannot wait.
And do you have any advice for Emily and Jordan?
No, but if they got any advice for me, that would be great.
So I met Emily probably in year 7 when we were in the same class together. I actually thought she was a bit of a chav when I first met her because she had quite a big tie. I thought that was quite out of order, to be honest. So I think I met Jordan when we were in probably year 7 again. I think we always used to go to the canteen together. We always used to get scran. There was really good memories, good times. It was just sort of an organic, natural thing, I think. They were probably destined to find each other, and I'm so glad they did. I was quite shook when they got engaged. Was I? No, actually, I wasn't. No, because they've been together for such a long time. Thought they would probably be them the first for the group to be married, so very pleased for them. All I can say for the happy couple is hope that they spend the rest of their lives together, and hope that they live, laugh, and love, yeah.
I knew Emily since year 7 on my first day in Corpus Christi, and I think I met Jordan in about year 9 after they started going out, probably somewhere outside the canteen. Emily was like, "This is my new boyfriend, Jordan." I thought Jordan seemed like a really nice boy. I hadn't met him before, but he was really nice and friendly. Sort of used to hang around quite a lot, quite a bit of a laugh. Top marks for friend-boyfriend, as far as I'm concerned. Since then, I found out Jordan really likes espresso martini, so that's quite nice. Hope he has one at the wedding. So does Emily. So perfect match, big rum drinkers, the kind of people I want to keep in my life. So I'm very excited.
I've known Emily since early secondary school, and Jordan somewhere around the same sort of region. One day it was just kind of like, yeah, I go out with Jordan now, and that was kind of it, you know what I mean? They're fantastic as a couple, two kind of really lovely people that just make a really lovely couple. And yeah, I think anyone will tell you the same thing, having either met Jordan, met Emily, whoever, seeing them as a couple, it only has made them even more lovely. How did I feel when they got engaged? It's like, about time, blimmin' hell. Like, Jordan, my God, why did you take so long to put a ring on it? No, I mean, yeah, like I said, it was only a matter of time. They've obviously been together for so long, and yeah, my feelings towards their engagement is the same as I feel towards the wedding. I can't wait for kind of, you know, the rest of their lives together, but also that wedding is just going to be fantastic.
I can't really remember meeting Emily. I feel like we've always just sort of known each other through people. Yeah. Jordan was my first friend in Corpus. So he was my first friend in 7N. Actually, I remember he really, really apologised to me for like a week because he didn't invite me to his year 7 birthday party because I was a girl. I remember that very, very vague. Yeah.
What a dickhead.
I know, right? Yeah, I was hyped. I mean, we've been waiting for it, like, because we've been asking Jordan, we've been pestering him for ages about when he was going to propose to Emily. English teacher, great. And he always said after 10 years, like he was waiting for the 10-year mark, and then he was going to do it. And then 10 years hit, we were going to bother him, and then you'd already done it, so cracking.
When did I meet Jordan? It would have been 2007 when we started Corpus Christi in high school together. We were both in class N. Can't remember my very first interaction with him, but yeah, I definitely remember year 7 as a whole with him. Great times. Emily was actually in my registration class. I don't really know how it happened or what I remember. Just, I don't know, in high school, you're kind of just like boyfriend, girlfriend, and you see them holding hands, and maybe that's when I was like, oh no, shit, they're together. They're a very nice 21st century role model of a couple, if I'm honest. You know, they've been together since the age of 14. They've grown up together, essentially. My advice for you, Emily and Jordan, would just be continue as you are. Continue as if it's any other, you know, stage in the relationship. Of course, you want to develop, but continue what you're doing. You're obviously doing something very right, many things right. Yeah, and continue to love each other. No couple is perfect. You've got to work together, you mold to each other, and continue what you're doing, really.
When I was 2 years old, she's probably the person I've known longest of anyone here.
And how about Jordan? Do you remember meeting Jordan?
Year 7, very loud. I feel like they've just been together for as long as I can remember. I can't remember any different. Best couple going. Well, I can remember from Cardiff High, even before proposal, anything, we used to talk about this wedding a lot, so it's going to be a good one. Keep doing you guys. Doing good so far.
Oh, hey. Oh, Emily goes back a long time, but been such an amazing friend since, at least since primary school, and probably since nursery. Oh, Jordan goes back to those good old days. And yeah, he's been an absolute game changer for our friendship group together.
How you felt when you found out that they got engaged?
So I found out as I was walking down from the train station, and when I saw that, I just wanted to jump the highest I can go. Though I'm not a very athletic person, and I don't compete in so many high jumps, but I just felt like I just wanted to jump in the air. And maybe I should take high jump. Or maybe a triple jump. Maybe.
Triple jump would suit you, I think.
Probably triple jump. Probably the height, but I would say probably the triple jump would probably be the most fun one. The most fun way to celebrate Emily and Jordan's engagement. It would be amazing to see how much, to see the many chapters that you will take in your life. So you could do this, guys, and in fact, you will be amazing together. Woohoo!
Right, Sean, when did you meet Emily?
Probably on like a year 6 transition day in high school, and I remember bothering to write down Christ the King on a bingo sheet, and she was like, no, it's CTK. So that was my first interaction with Emily. Jordan, I don't know, he probably jumped on me in the corridor or something like that, and that was my first interaction with him. But I remember thinking, top bloke, biggest wedding of the decade, getting the gang back together, it's going to be great, really excited. Oh, perfect for each other. I'm very happy for them.
Oh, where do I begin, eh? Yeah, so pretty much we met at the age of 3 and we've been fucking great friends ever since, to be honest. So Emily, great question there, Rachel. Where I met Emily, I'd say it was in year 7, I believe. Obviously, we're all in the same school. Big up good old Corpus Christi there. I don't actually, I swear it's been so long, I swear they just merged together one day. Like one day they just said we're boyfriend and girlfriend, we're just like fair play. But I do remember Jordan actually being pretty distant between the ages of like 14 and 15, because we used to hang around the front, didn't we? And then and all the rest of the Pussycat Dolls, they all used to hang around the back, didn't they? So didn't actually see him that much between the ages of 14 and 15 because he was too busy grafting away and being a modern day Casanova. It's been beautiful to watch you all grow up the last 10 years. Sounding like a mum and don't know, fucking a wise man, but Yeah, it's been really nice where you've obviously loved each other so nicely, I believe. You're quite role models, to be fair. I wish I had that, but I'm just an absolute idiot, so I don't get to experience that. But yeah, all the best on your night. Have the best time ever. Be a good Catholic boy and girl. Consummate that marriage. Give them one from me. Oi, oi, shaggers. Looking forward to seeing you guys when we're all back and seeing how you get on for the next couple of decades. Loving, evolving, and flourishing together as human beings. Being a 25-year-old bachelor who can't hold down a relationship should not be giving advice to a beautiful couple who've been together for 10 years, innit? It's like Stevie Wonder trying to direct traffic. It just wouldn't work, wouldn't it? It'd just quite literally be a car crash. So that's why I just think, if anything, we should be getting advice off them. Like, they've got the winning formula. They've been together for 10 years. They seem to be doing it right. It's quite nice to see, normally you hear like your grandparents or your parents being childhood sweethearts. It's quite rare in this modern day that you actually see childhood sweethearts like them. So it is a beautiful sight. And yeah, we should definitely be getting advice from them. And any advice from me should just be carry on doing what you're doing, because it seems to be working. Just live, laugh, love, and just carry on shagging, innit?
They eventually left Corbus in 2012 and studied at different sixth forms, but the relationship went from strength to strength. Then, the pair reunited in Bristol, where Emily was learning about the monarchs at the University of Bristol and Jordan about grime in Newey. Two wildly different subject areas, but still side by side.
So I met Emily at the beginning of first year of uni. We bonded in a medieval history seminar and did a presentation about the Crusades together. It was very exciting. I thought they were adorable. Like, genuinely, I just thought they were so cute together, but they're so comfortable being around them. They're not one of those couples where you're like, oh my God, I'm such a third wheel. Like, they were just really, really sweet and really lovely. This is the most exciting thing that has ever happened in my life. Like, I genuinely think I might be as excited as they are. Like, there's times when I'm like, I think I might be more excited than they are about the fact they're getting married. Just be yourselves, just stay as you are, just be wonderful like you are.
I met them both whilst we were at University of Bristol. I think it was a night out in our second year, and we'd all been invited as a large group, and I just remember meeting Jordan. At first I thought he was a flatmate, but actually from seeing them interact with each other I thought, oh, they're a couple, and oh my gosh, they're so cute together. Oh gosh, I'm so happy for them. Like, long time coming. I'm just so happy that we are part of their journey in terms of them sort of in their relationship, the steps that they've taken, sort of living together, getting their house together and becoming engaged, and all part of the sort of like planning for the wedding and actually being there to witness them exchange their vows, and they're taking the next big step in their life. That's just amazing, and I couldn't imagine a more perfect couple. They are literally just made for each other, and they're lucky enough to have found each other, I think.
I first met Emily and Jordan before a night out. I just remember Jordan walking in, and I didn't really know who he was, but then Emily started bossing him around, telling him to do things, and I was like, oh, okay, I completely get where this is going. As a couple, I thought Jordan was always very supportive on that night, and everywhere he just seemed to do whatever Emily wanted, and I was like, you've got this made, girl. It was a great first impression, I think, of him, because he just seemed to fit in really well and not take any of us too seriously, which was good considering the amount of alcohol we had already had. I've always been together. I've never known Emily without Jordan, and I always get the impression that they really do support each other through the highs and the lows. I know it's not been the easiest few years in terms of external factors, but they always seem to pick each other up and support each other through really difficult times and uncertain times. I've always been really amazed that Jordan's always been able to see the humorous side of everything, and that really does lift the moment when, I know we've all been in a few moments. And as seeing him as a friend, he's always really been supportive of all of us and treats us all as his best friend. And I'm really glad that Emily has found someone who can continue that friendship and really do prop her up and help her to be the best she can be. But that is also saying that, Jordan, you're incredibly lucky to have Emily. And if you do anything, I will be on your doorstep, tomorrow, telling you off, because Emily is an absolutely fantastic friend.
I've spoken to their mates and it's clear to see that everyone thinks they're truly made for each other. Now, I want to see what their families think. After all, it's not every day you meet the parents at age 14.
So I'm Emily's mum, and I can't actually remember when I first met them as a couple, just that Emily and Jordan have just been Emily and Jordan like forever. Well, they've just grown up together really. Well, they just complement each other really well. You know, when Emily's kind of freaking out, and Jordan will calm her down, and vice versa. And yeah, they just have great fun together really. Just a great couple. Fantastic. I mean, as I said, because Jordan's kind of been part of the family for, you know, for such a long time, just makes sense that it's just natural that they would eventually get married. And yeah.
Well, it's so long now. There was some time at high school, I recall, they were both shared an interest in certain music, and Jordan was quite often visiting, and Emily went round to Jordan. I'm looking forward to the wedding. I think it's very exciting, a wedding. It's not just, you know, finally bonding together, but the whole family's all coming together and meeting. It's a great occasion. All I can say is be kind, be tolerant and understanding and forgiving. I think that's important, to forgive. And of course, just keep loving.
So Emily came into our life in 2010. It's been 12 years Emily's been in our life, and we couldn't be happier.
We'd just like to wish you all the best for the future and hope you have a lovely day. We know you'll have a lovely day.
We absolutely love you to the moon and back, both of you, my darlings. Have a lovely, lovely day.
So I've literally no idea when I met them as a couple. We were just trying to remember when they got together, and I think I was still at university, so yeah, definitely have no idea when they got together. Don't really remember meeting Jordan for the first time, sorry. But yeah, I think they're a really great couple. They're both so caring and generous. They just work really, really well together. Yeah, and Emily loves feeding Jordan up, so yeah, that's gonna make for a good marriage, I think. Really excited, it's gonna be such a good wedding, can't wait. And I'm sure Mum is very much looking forward to Jordan joining the family because she likes to have his help quite a lot. Yeah, they are one person, definitely.
Do you remember the first time you met them? No? Well, I met them when I was going out with your mummy when I was 18. I think they are a fantastic couple. I think that they work really well together, and that they have lots of fun, and that when serious things happen, that they're both able to help one another. That's what I think, and I think that has the foundations of being a very successful marriage. Okay, do you think they're a good couple?
Yes.
Okay. How do you feel about the wedding coming up, Seb? Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
That's high praise from Seb. It is just an extension of your relationship currently, and your relationship currently is brilliant. So your marriage should also be brilliant. Do you agree, Seb?
Yeah.
Congratulations!
I'm Chris's wife, so Emily's oldest brother. So we've been together for a while, so I would see Emily and all the others at the Campbell's house in holidays because we were still at university. And I guess one holiday, just this kind of mound of hair sloped into the house, and we're like, this is Jordan. Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm Jordan. Great, it's great stuff. Jordan, I think, can take a joke really well. I think that's very important in the Campbell family. I think we've always felt a bit of a connection because we're both like marrying into it. So yeah, I think he does really well. He copes with all the funny Campbell behaviour. I think it's amazing they're getting married. I mean, I think we all suspected it was going to happen. But it would be really nice for Nell, my daughter, to have her Uncle Jordan officially as opposed to unofficial Uncle Jordan. So yeah, we're all really excited.
Excited.
Why are you excited?
Because I can be part of the wedding. There we go. I like games with playing games with Auntie and Millie.
Do you think Uncle Jordan will make a good member of the Campbell family?
Because he's very silly. I wish you a very nice wedding. And I'm very excited.
So Emily, I've known you for quite some time now. I'm just about recovering from the time Mum had to miss my 4th birthday party because you were being born. So thanks for that. Jordan, I've known you for, I think I've worked out it's about a third of my life. And I'm just trying to remember when I first met you as a couple. It was probably some kind of family get together. So either a Campbell one at our house or a Marshall get together. And it's so nice that you guys have grown up together and you now get to spend the rest of your lives together as a married couple. You get to marry your best friend and be with them for the rest of your life. So we're all excited for the big day, particularly the kids. Bella thinks she's getting married. So we have to try and, calm her down a little bit about that one. But they're so excited to have their roles on the big day. And yeah, it's going to be a fantastic celebration.
Watching you two grow as a couple the last 10 years, 12 years has been so special. I can't believe the big day's finally here. Jordan, I'm so proud of the man that you've grown into. And Emily, I'm so happy to have you as my sister-in-law. Have the most special day. I love you millions.
So I met Jordan, I think, at the Christ the King, so mine and Emily's primary school's summer fete. So Emily brought all of her friends along. I was about 10, and yeah, I think they hadn't been going out for too long. And yeah, so I was about 10, they were about 14. All the friends were there. Jordan was there. And I think I had some face paint. He might have had some face paint. Might have gone on the bouncy castle. Had a waffle, the famous Christ the King waffles. I think that's how I met him. I don't think I liked him. I think I was probably quite excited because, new person to like play with, because I used to always just like get all my siblings like partners to play games with me, and I think I probably thought he was a great guy, but I can't really remember. Oh, very excited, very excited. I lived with them for 3 months in lockdown, which was great fun. They were a great couple to live with. I don't know how they found living with me, but I found it great fun living with them.
Just to say, love you millions, have a super, super day, and I hope you have everything your little heart desires. Most of all, I send you all my love, millions and trillions. Love you both, millions.
By now, Emily and Jordan are watching this film. Hiya! And I'm sure they've learnt a lot about the relationship and what they mean to their friends and family. We all love you. But George, if there's one thing you need to remember throughout your marriage, don't ask Andre Fideli for advice.
Is that the same thing Dan said? Oh, no, I can't say that.